Eye contact and attraction, the science and psychology behind what this body language really reveals. Leave a like on the video, my love, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. Probably the most baffling question that you could ask yourself is, how do you know if someone is actually attracted to you? Because sometimes, we just feel it. We have that primal urge that someone is attracted to us, and it's kind of like a sixth sense. We get this sixth sense by analyzing someone's body language subconsciously, more specifically the eyes. You can be super attracted to someone and feel like maybe you are hiding it pretty well on the exterior, but your body language does still give it away. So, you may try to act normal and you think people around you aren't going to notice. However, you're not going to be able to stop those eye glances now, are you? So if you want to know the different types of eye contact and what it actually means in the attraction world, then you are in luck. My name is Pamela Raquel, and welcome to your pocket-sized helping of psychology and relationship advice. ScienceOfPeople.com tells us to watch out for a triangular-shaped movement of eye contact. Naturally, when we look at someone's face, we scan them to make sure, 1, they are listening to us, but also to analyze their emotional state to make sure we really can understand them. There are two types of gazes, the friendly gaze and the attraction gaze. The friendly gaze involves looking from the eyes down to the nose. This type of shape means the eyes will rarely stray from that triangle area. So in conversations, you don't even notice this is happening because it's just driven into us subconsciously, and it doesn't feel awkward when someone scans around this area. It feels normal. If someone is attracted to you, they will still briefly swap back to this gaze, and then to the next gaze that we're about to talk about, the attraction gaze. When someone is attracted to you, this triangle shape extends further down. Someone will scan your eyes, the nose, the inner cheeks, and also the lip area. Now, it's obvious to figure out why someone who is attracted to you is going to be staring at your lips, right? In conversations with someone, when they are scanning this extended triangular shape, you do notice their eye direction dropping past that usual friendly gaze, and it kind of gives you that feeling that someone is truly observing you. If you get the feeling that you know someone is looking at the rest of your face when they are talking, that's because they are scanning that attraction triangular shape. And if you do get close enough to someone, you will see their pupils. They will naturally dilate. Pupils dilate when we look at something we are interested in or attracted to. The zero-interest gaze, if you notice someone is trying to not look at you in the eyes, it's true, they are trying to not actually sync with you in any way. This could mean that this person struggles with intimacy, they have attachment issues, they are afraid of you, or more likely than not, they are just not attracted to you. If they are being really nice and kind to you in the conversation but are trying to overcompensate that lack of eye contact by turning their focus away from you onto something else, they physically turn their torso away, and also it means that their eyes are gazing another direction from you as well, to not give you the wrong idea. Now, we all know deep down how powerful an eye gaze really is. So, we don't want to give someone the message that we are interested in them. Therefore, we refuse to even look at them. A common place to see this is in bars and clubs. Someone keeps staring at the other person from across the room, and the person being stared at realizes what's going on, and they make that conscious effort to keep their eyes down so they don't even look at the other person. Subconsciously, we know the eyes are an invitation for that person to walk over and talk to us. If we maintain that eye gaze, you don't exist yet gaze. Don't think that from the previous tip, someone is not interested if they are not looking into your eyes. It could just be the other person hasn't quite spotted you yet, so you could literally not exist to them. So, a way to test this is to position yourself into their line of gaze and see how they respond. If they refuse to lock eyes with you, they're not interested. However, if they lock your eyes more than once, it's a sign of attraction. Which leads me to the barely a look gaze. It's common that we sometimes realize we're looking at someone, and that person looks at us, and then we think, oh gosh, I've been staring at a stranger. How awkward, and then we frantically look away. Now, this happens when we just zone out or when we're in deep thought. So if someone stares and they panic, they will gaze away. This eye-locking moment was just an unconscious gaze and doesn't mean anything. We are not comfortable holding eye contact with strangers, hence the sudden, oh my gosh, they're gonna think I'm interested in them, and then we make that frantic effort to very much overcompensate those false alarms, and we turn away and we don't look at them at all for the rest of that wherever you are. Now, in this instance, we look down straight away after this because we've been clocked, and it's a sign of submission and feeling guilty. As soon as you look down, the intense short gaze, This gaze is a step up from the previous barely a look gaze. When we first notice someone that we are attracted to, we are going to stare at them to take in all of their loveliness. Then when they look back at us, we immediately look down and think, oh gosh, I feel so self-conscious, I'm blushing, or maybe we just feel we're not looking our best, so we hide away. We feel a little bit intimidated by their attractiveness. Maybe we feel a little bit awkward because we don't want them to think that they caught us looking at them. Now, this is the eye gaze where the sixth sense comes in. We immediately sense if someone is attracted to us because that is when they perform that attraction triangular gaze. They are taking in all of our faces, fantasizing and drooling all over our features. The lingering gaze, if you lock eyes with someone and you both don't immediately break that eye contact and look down out of shyness, say the eye locking lasts for possibly a minimum of 2 seconds, this is the attraction gaze. This is closely followed by a second glance to double check that the other person was interested in us, and if you both lock eyes for a second time, you will release a flood of oxytocin to your brain which gives you those butterfly feelings. The steady gaze, if you notice the other person brings their eyes back to you and gives you that steady gaze, this is a strong sign of attraction. This is the intentional gaze, the gaze that means business, attraction business, baby. Maybe they initially broke eye contact with you because they were shy, but then when they look back, that eye contact gaze increases its duration, and if followed by a smirk, a smile, or blushing, this is a strong sign of attraction. Prolonged eye contact creates arousal, which makes sense why that person keeps staring at you. And if you receive this gaze from someone that you are not attracted to, you will try to throw that person off by making it very obvious that you are not attracted to them by avoiding any further eye contact. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. 7 clever hacks. How to get closer with your crush. This is how you build meaningful connections. Hey, welcome back. My name is Pamela Raquel, and this is the channel all about being your most high-value self so that you can really get ahead in life and in relationships. Today's video is going to help you get closer to your crush. So, if you want to get closer to your crush, you are trying to build on that attraction, get her to know you, and physically get closer to each other. You want to let her see your potential and find out who she is as a person. Now, the easiest way to break this down is you need to make her feel comfortable so she wants to get to know you more. Think about it, we are close to our friends and our family because we trust them and we feel pretty comfortable around them. So, you need to know how to do that to your crush. You want to be able to close that single-town gap and hop on the board of relationship heaven. Let's go. You need to be making regular opportunities to hang out with her. If she doesn't already know who you are, then it is your job to show up and introduce yourself in places where you two collide. That doesn't mean you should be following her around to every single event she goes to because believe me, she will notice, and that's just creepy. You need to be close enough so that she can see you. So, if you guys go to the same gym, try to clock the time that she goes or clock the same lunch break as her at the office. Maybe follow her on social media, like a couple of photos, because I assure you, that is enough for a girl to think, this guy's attracted to me, if he's liked 3 photos in a row. However, if you guys do know each other already, then you need to be making many opportunities to hang out together as often as you can, even if it means you just take lunch breaks at the same time so you can chat, or maybe you play the same online games together. This is enough to give her the exposure to you that she needs to think, hang on a second, this guy likes me. Do I like him back? Find a common interest as soon as possible. We love hanging out with our friends because of the similarities, so emulate this with your crush and point out similar interests. Make sure you are genuine, women do know if guys are lying. So, if she's reading a book, you can point out that you like that author, or you like the other selection of books in the series. Find a common interest and approach her with it. It can be a little bit awkward to just show up in front of someone and hope that they like you, so make it easy and set the scene as though you guys are just connecting over your similar interests, and naturally, the relationship will evolve. Remember, you're not trying to manipulate the situation to get her closer to you, you're just making sure that you guys are compatible. A very easy way to find this out is just to nicely stalk them on social media and try to find out what they are interested in and see if you guys match up. Let her see how nice you are. First impressions really do count, so be friendly and kind to everyone around you when you are with her. If you have that opportunity, you need to let her watch you interact with other people so that she can see how awesome and kind you really are, and she will definitely take note of this. Some easy ways to do this is to say to the cashier, "Keep the change," put a couple of coins in the charity box, or maybe do an unexpected good deed out in public so that she can see you. And if you guys already know each other, it's easy. Bring up conversations about your family and how much you just love babysitting your sister's children, and how you sometimes do cry at cute dog videos over on YouTube. Get talking to her, don't just fantasize about her. Go out there and start talking. You have to introduce yourself. Remember, if you don't quite know much about her, you still want to be keeping the qualifying stakes at the ready. You need to be making sure she's good enough for you, which will lessen your anxiety when you think maybe she's not the one. I need to do a bit more digging, and the best way to know this is to just hang out with her. Chatting online is great, but in-person contact is really what you should be leaning towards. So find a way that you guys can hang out together. Let's say you have a mutual friend group, try and arrange a group date for all of you, or if you go to the gym at the same day and time, go up and introduce yourself. Get her to do a favor for you now. This is a little bit of a psychological tip. One of the best ways to build rapport with a girl, and really anyone, is to elicit the Benjamin Franklin effect. This means that you can get someone to like you a lot more than they actually do if you can just get them to do a small favor, such as help you out with your math equations, loan you a book, or even offer to pick up your dry cleaning. Now, as we tend to really only do things for people that we like, if however, someone did us a favor, but we didn't really know them that well or we weren't too fond of them, it causes cognitive dissonance where we have two conflicting opinions. We really don't like the person, but then we must like them because we went out of our way to help them. So then, you need to be finding something small that your crush can do for you. This example, are you ready? It's gonna sound pretty cheesy, but stay with me. Let's say that you both go to the gym together. You can then time what time it is she walks out of the gym and she's finished, and that's when you walk into the gym. You could pretend to trip and drop something, and it just happens to be a couple of items that you need some help picking up. So naturally, she's going to help you to collect these items and give them back to you. And if she doesn't, well, that's a red flag. But when she does hand them back to you, you could say, "Hey, is that a Harry Potter tattoo on your wrist? Wow, that's awesome. I freaking love all of the books, apart from the second one. What's your favorite book?" And then you have incorporated the common interest. Sounds cheesy, but it's a great idea. Be friendly, not friend-zoned. There's a huge difference here, but you need to let her see you as a nice person. Like I said before, you want to let her know how great you are. You also need to be showing off your friendly traits, so listen to her. There is something so incredible that happens when a guy listens to a girl, actually listens. I mean, responding back and asking her to explain things in a bit more detail. When this happens, the girl feels respected, and this ramps up how attractive you are. So talk to her like a friend, let her open up, share problems, let her see your overall character, not just your dating persona. Be flirty. You need to be finding ways to flirt. It could be that you give her a unique nickname based on a conversation that you had with her, or maybe you find something that you can gently tease her over. Remember, you want to get your crush to get closer with you as a girlfriend, not as a friend. You have to have that sexual attraction. She needs to know that you find her attractive so that she can make the decision to stick around or to just avoid you. And when girls realize that guys like them, that is when, in that moment, they make that conscious decision and think, should I pursue this guy or should I shut him down? So make it very obvious that you do like her, but make sure you are a good friend at the same time, because both of those things combined create the perfect attraction, which is most definitely boyfriend material. And if she's attracted to you and feels comfortable, that's because you are an awesome, kind person. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. 12 biggest turn-ons for women. This is what girls really want. Attraction isn't just a one-time thing. You don't just say a couple of catchphrases, pull out some psychological tactics, and boom, bag yourself a girl, and then that's it for the rest of your life. Sadly, attraction, well, I guess it's fun as well, needs to be constantly worked on, otherwise, relationships get boring. So, this video is perfect for you if you want to know what makes a woman tick and turn her on, so that if you are trying to attract or date someone, this works brilliantly, or if you're trying to keep happy in a relationship, this would work amazingly well. Now, it would be easy to give 20 specific things, however, it's a lot more complicated than that. The biggest statement that you always need to remember is, a girl is attracted to the way that you make her feel by your thoughts and your actions. So, if you keep this in mind and adapt it to your girl's personality, her likes and dislikes, and obviously her love language, you are guaranteed to have a happy relationship. Compliment her appearance. Women love getting compliments that will boost their self-confidence. Telling her that you love how shiny her hair is, or how beautiful her eyes are, all work perfectly. Girls want to be cherished and appreciated, and these types of compliments are a great turn-on, but don't overdo them because you can easily come across as a player and as a creep if all you do is compliment how she looks. Remember, she wants a guy to make her feel respected and appreciated, which is why girls will not always respond to your compliments in their DMs. Some great words to use are beautiful, astonishing, and gorgeous. Instead of just saying, you are hot, or you're fit, it lacks substance and makes you sound like a 12-year-old. You need to have a great sense of humor. Women love dating those that can make them laugh, because someone that is able just to not take life too seriously and can have a joke with that girl at the end of the day is someone that a girl will consider a keeper. In fact, it's such a turn-on that it helps women fall in love much quicker than if they were dating someone that didn't make them laugh. Be confident. Confidence is probably the second biggest turn-on for women, and that is after listening, which we'll get to later. But women love knowing that guys can handle their own and look after themselves. So if you do feel that you are maybe a slightly shy person and you struggle to show off your confidence, you have to stop giving your shy ways so much value. Being confident is a state of mind, and you aren't a shy person, you've just adopted shy traits and assumed that's how you'll be for the rest of your life. Now, you can change it, and we do have many videos that will help you if you are struggling with being your true confident self, so check them out. But do not get confidence confused with arrogance. Ladies find arrogance a huge turn-off. Some great ways to display confidence are to dress well. People that look like they've put time into choosing their outfit and styling their appearance, we naturally assume them to be more confident. Stop over-apologizing for things, and imagine that you are a confident person. Imagine you are someone that you possibly know that already is confident, or a celebrity that you know has overconfidence. You have to pretty much pretend you are that person in the moments where you need to fake it, and you'll be surprised how quickly your brain actually adapts to this forced behavior. Be a gentleman. Even in the modern world of equality, women still find it a huge turn-on when guys act like a gentleman. Anything from pulling the chair out for her, offering your jacket when she's cold, or paying for the first dinner date, it shows that you give her the respect she wants, and you want to treat her right and make her feel good, because we want to be with someone who we think he is worth cherishing because he's a gentleman. Show your physical strength. Now, don't get this confused with assuming women find rock-hard abs a turn-on. What we actually find attractive is your physical strength. Naturally, we assume that you have developed good physical strength if we can see that you have chest muscles and biceps. Now, this is why we aren't actually blown away by huge muscular guys. We find it a little arrogant unless you can prove to us that you aren't. So try to show off your physical strength. You can play fight with her, you can pick her up. Let me give you some psychology. If we hop back to the caveman days, we naturally became attracted to guys that had a massive physical strength because we knew that they could protect us in our time of need. Be willing to work on yourself. Women love those guys that seek out self-help and better their overall life. We can't help but fall weak at the knees when we notice a guy is reading a self-help book or listening to, say, a self-help podcast. It's such a turn-on, and it's something that will not ever not be considered humble, no matter how much you brag about it. Now, a quick tip to attract more girls out in public is to read a self-help book and then wait for the girls to literally come swarming in to get your attention. Now, we do have a selection of my personal favorite self-help books down in the description below, so do check those out later. A man that is able to accept his weaknesses and actively try to improve himself is a huge turn-on, and that also applies for when there's a breakdown in the relationship. It's naturally more common for women to be that one to suggest seeking a couples therapist. They want to fix what's gone wrong, and the guy will immediately shut down as he assumes seeking help is a sign of weakness, when really, to a woman, someone that doesn't want to help themselves is considered weak. Looking like a badass, us lady queens are suckers for badass-looking guys. And now, that does not mean that we want to date a bad guy, completely the opposite, in fact. But it's because the appearance of a bad guy is sexually doing something for us. We love it when a guy dresses well, when someone can put some attention into making sure that their suit is fitted, their shoes are kept clean, and they do accompany themselves with some accessories on the wrists or say the neck area. Women spend a lot of time on their own appearance, so we appreciate it when a guy makes a conscious effort to look his best. The non-appearance-based compliments aside, telling her how beautiful she is, she wants to feel respected and her accomplishments recognized. Women love it when someone takes note of how hard they have worked and can truly see them for the person they are, not just a trophy. Tell her how proud you are that she can work full-time and then she comes home to study an evening class, how amazed you are that she is working 2 jobs to pay off her debt, or even how amazing she is to look after her sick relatives. This is going to be a unique compliment to your girl, but the outline of the compliment is recognizing the effort that she puts in and the time and investment that she does to improve her life or someone else's. You are patient, anything from not losing your cool when she has taken that extra 40 minutes to get ready, which has obviously delayed the dinner date by a little bit, to delaying immediate gratification and working towards a long-term goal. And this most definitely applies when waiting for her to be ready to take the relationship to the next level. If you display any form of anger or losing your patience, lashing out, and being very pushy immediately, you get stamped with red flag material. We assume guys that don't have patience well, we naturally think they definitely have anger issues, and that's a huge trait we try to avoid. Whispering in her ear, anything from sweet nothings to a gentle compliment, anything that is at a whispering volume into her ear, is a huge turn on. So when you do this, aim for something that is going to make her day, and you are well on your way to scoring a hat trick with said lady. Listen with intent. It's a common theme in jokes that women talk too much, and guys zone out and don't listen, and sadly, it's a true observation but majorly taken out of proportion. Women talk because that's how they de-stress, they don't talk to you to get your advice. If they did, they would say, "Babe, can I have your advice?" They would say it directly. If a woman just talks and you are struggling to figure out what you actually can do to help her, that's a good thing. It's a sign that really, she doesn't want your help, and if you can give the woman that you are trying to impress just 20 minutes of her talking and to defuse and to explain her emotions, all you do is nod and listen. You ask her to explain more and tell her, "Wow, that must have made you feel," and, as if by magic, when she stops talking, she feels happy, and she can walk away and get on with life, and she will just have a nice air about her, and you can sit there and are thinking, "I didn't do anything then, but she's very happy, and I'm getting credit for it." Amazing. Now, this is what every woman wants, a guy who cares about her emotions and what she is dealing with in life. If you can listen, she feels that she can connect with you on a deep emotional level. Remember, women are emotional creatures, so they need that to feel secure in their relationship. So, deliver the emotional goods, and you, my friend, have just mastered the biggest turn-on for women. The affectionate touch. It seems to be more common for women to actually offer that type of touch. They offer the massages, to caress their partner's arm when they're sat watching a movie together. Now, women are always bombarded by the imagery of this perfect relationship being this strong man who is uber masculine on the exterior, but behind closed doors, he treats his girlfriend like a princess and always showers her with lots of physical affection, kisses, smooches, cuddles, strokes, whatever. So, do this and watch her swoon. Pull her closer to you when you guys are sat on the sofa together, offer to rub her feet when she's had a hard day, or just offer to give her a 5-second hug when she tells you about a stressful situation that she has had. And there we go, we've reached the end of the video. If you want to binge some more, click right here, or if you want to get your name up on our super fan board, then all you have to do is be a member of our Joy Animal monthly membership. Details will be down below. Like and subscribe. See you soon.